nobody talks about Damascus in Isaiah 17:1. It would be like God to take 80,000 people from northern Israel and remove them down. If Damascus were to go, right now, Russia, Turkey, Iran, all of them have so many troops right there at Damascus. If that were to go right now, something like that, would that be a hook in Russia's jaw?
I don't know. Now, again, it sounds like you're referring to Ezekiel 38, who uses the verbiage of, God saying, I'm going to put a hook in your jaw. When he was speaking to Gog and Magog, I'm going to put a hook in your jaw and bring you down against my people Israel. And then he also lists several Confederate nations that are going to be involved in that concerted attack against Israel and the Jewish people. And that particular prophecy, Ezekiel 38 prophecy, has never been fulfilled. Now, I don't think that any of the nations he lists are Damascus. I could be wrong, but I don't think he lists Damascus in Ezekiel 38 as one of the nations. And regarding the trigger that would move Russia against Israel, God says he's the one that's going to do that. He's the one that's going to put a hook in their jaw and bring them down. I'll read it real quickly. Ezekiel 38 is the beginning. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Gog, the land of Magog. Gog, of course, seems to be the ruler of Magog, like a prince or a king or a chief, or we would say a president. The chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. I'm against you, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Now here it comes, verse 4. And I will turn you back and put hooks into your jaws, and I will bring you forth, and all your army, horses and horsemen, clothed with all sorts of armor, so on and so forth. Then he lists the cooperating nations: Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, Gomer, and of course, some of those are ancient names, and we would have to take their particular geographical location from back then and look at where it is today and what that area is now called. But nevertheless, the point is, God takes credit for being the instigator of the attack. So, and again, in this list, I don't see Damascus. So I'm just going to say, Wilma, I don't think that Damascus would really play a key role, or the trigger role in bringing the Russian invasion and the events spoken of in Ezekiel 38. I don't see that. Scott, maybe you do. Your thoughts?
No, I agree with you totally, Jeff. You look at Ezekiel 38 there, Syria does not seem to be mentioned at all. And is it possible that by the time the Ezekiel War of 38 and 39 happens, that Damascus could already have been destroyed completely and Syria is not an issue anymore? Maybe that's why it's not mentioned. It's up for debate among really good Bible teachers and good prophecy teachers about when that battle will happen. Some say it'll happen before the rapture. Some say after the rapture. But really, and I will say this too, speaking of that hook, as of late, as of the last several years, because of all the natural gas resources that have been discovered off the coast of Israel, many people believe that God will use that as the hook to bring Russia down against Israel. If you remember here not too long ago, we had some issues where Russia was threatening to turn off the gas to Europe. And then Israel was supplying gas to Europe through the Mediterranean Sea. And so we had a little skirmish there that looked like, that could be a trigger for this battle in the future. It very well could be, but who knows? We know ultimately, as Jeff said, that God is the one that's going to do it. Will he use the resources of Israel to be that hook? It could possibly be that, because it talks about Russia coming down for the booty. They're wanting something that Israel has in the way of goods. And it could just be that natural gas issue because of the issues that we have seen here in the recent past. But no, I don't see Syria mentioned there in Ezekiel 38. And certainly, if Damascus was destroyed certainly that would cause, a lot of turmoil in the area, as anything that happens in Syria does. But again, relating that to the Ezekiel war, I don't think that's what's being said there. So, Jeff, I totally agree with you.